Welcome back to Footy Classified. Well, there's no Caro's arrow, so we're all having our turn in absence, and I guess it's mine tonight. It's time for...
Yes. Oh, wow.
And in tribute to Caroline Wilson, and to quote Caro, this is what Eddie McGuire had to say on Footy Classified last Wednesday night.
I tell you what it was, it's trade radio, whipping things into a frenzy, and by day 10, when you've asked how many times if Jeremy Cameron's going down, this was a good, sexy story. OK, it's a good story.
Can't blame the media. You can't blame the media.
I'm telling you what I think.
Before we respond to that, this is what Ned Guy, the list manager of Collingwood, did eventually say on day 10 of trade radio last year.
Just categorically, Treloar, Stevenson and Phillips, the reason to trade them has nothing to do with Collingwood having a tight salary cap.
No. Look, there's no doubt you want to have as much scope to do whatever you want with your cap.
Yeah, I guess it's Adam Treloar that's the most contentious of the three, really, in a way. And he was adamant that he wanted to stay there, of course.
He ended up wanting to go to the Dogs.
Now, it's wonderful that Eddie wants to defend the indefensible. It's been a great trait of his leadership at Collingwood, and no doubt it's sorely missed at the moment with two largely silent co-presidents. But surely that reference from Eddie last week is the last time we see a clumsy attempt from anyone current or former at Collingwood to defend the absolute indefensible trade period of Collingwood last year. It was a debacle, and no amount of spin can take away from it. It's the fourth time that I've heard Eddie suggest it was trade radio or the media at fault, and I know there's admiration at the heart of that, but it needs to be the end of it. Trade radio treated the fans and treats the fans as smart and intelligent and in the loop on what's happening in footy. Collingwood tried to hoodwink them. It's not 1985 anymore. You cannot be dishonourable to your fans, and you must be clear with what your strategy is and how you want to go about it. The Pies had a shocker, an embarrassing list management time in their history, and an even worse time at communicating on a club that's been famous for its media communication over the years. We all make mistakes, but to quote Caro, it's time to stop shooting the messenger.
Well, you went head-to-head with him, Sam. You called it a debacle.
I can't believe Hutchy's gone back to the D word.
Well, listening back to that audio, it was a debacle.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, I was actually trying to defend part of the club and say it wasn't all on the coach, Nathan Buckley. But the funny thing about, well, it's probably not that funny, the interesting thing about all this, Hutchy, is that you speak to anyone senior at Collingwood right now, no one's hiding from it now. They all know exactly what they did. They all know exactly why they did it. And, yeah, at the time, I agree with what a lot of Hutchy had to say. I don't want to poke the bear again, to be honest.
That's all right. We all agree to disagree, but it was not their time.